All right, we're starting off at number 14 here. We have a parallelogram. We want to find x and FH. So I know that U to H is 19. And I know that F to H is 5x plus 7. Well, the thing about a parallelogram, if you remember about their diagonals, the diagonals actually bisect each other. So if UH is 19, then that means UF is also 19. So I know that FH is going to be 38. Okay. Well, if FH is 38 and I'm given this expression for FH, I'm going to set 5x plus 7 equal to 38 and solve for x. All right. The biggest thing you have to recognize with these problems is that the diagonals bisect each other. So I have two pairs of congruent diagonals. If this is 19, then this is 19, making the whole thing 38 just by adding 19 plus 19. Subtract 7 from both sides, I get 5x equals 31. So then x is 6.2. All right. Some more parallelogram problems. So we're given that ABCD is a parallelogram for 15-6. Remember, we're just using this diagram. So if ABCD is a parallelogram, well, how would I set this up? For 15, I know that BAD and DCB, those are opposite angles. Remember, these are also opposite angles here, and our opposite angles in a parallelogram are congruent. So I can set 3x plus 5 equal to 2x plus 35. 2 steps in one, I'm going to subtract 5. I'm going to subtract a 2x to get x to equal 30. Okay. Well, if x is 30 and want to find the measure of angle BAD, I'll plug in 30. 3 times 30 plus 5. That gives me 95 degrees. Wow. Let's talk about number 16. Number 16, I have BAD and ABC. So these two angles here, well, these two angles here are consecutive angles. And if you remember, with a parallelogram, consecutive angles are supplementary. So I would do 5x plus 10 plus x plus 20 equals 180. There it is. All right, combine my like terms. 6x plus 30 equals 180. 6x equals 150. So x equals 25. And BAD, I want to substitute that 25 in for x. 5 times 25 plus 10. To get 135 degrees. So the biggest part about this problem is recognizing that these two angles are supplementary and they're not congruent. Okay, they're not congruent. All right, 17. All right, I have a rectangle RSTV. So I'm going to draw that. I'm going to draw myself a rectangle. Hint, draw a picture. So I got R. I think I did it. Oh, no, I did it in the upper right. R, S, T, V. Diagonals intersect at point Q. Now, let me ask, I'm going to say this right now. If I went like this, that's how I started down here. That's okay if I start down there. But I have to go in the same direction all the way around. I can't jump across. All right. You'll still end up getting the same answer because the diagonals are still going to be named the same letters. If you look here, I have R to T, okay, and V to S. Well, in a rectangle, our diagonals are congruent, so I can say 2 equals 6x plus 30. Subtract 6, I get 4x. Subtract the 2 equals 28. So x equals 7. I want to find RQ. Well, the diagonals are not only congruent, but they also bisect each other. So I know all 4 of these are the same. So if I plug in RT, if I plug in 7 into RT, 10 times 7 plus 2 72. Our Q it'll be half of that because these are two equal parts. So I can say it's half. Okay, let's keep going. Number 18. All right, first thing in number 18, it says find x first. Well, how would I find x? Well, I want to use the fact that we have four right angles here. If we have four right angles here, that means the measure of all four of these angles is 90 degrees. So I can set 3x equal to 90. So I'm going to set that, I'm going to do that right now. 3x equals 90. So that tells me x equals 30. Boom, found x. That's done. I also know in a kite that these two sides are congruent and these two sides are congruent. Well, if these two sides are congruent here, then I can set x minus 2y minus 1 equal to 90, but I know that x is 30. I'm going to substitute that 30 x and solve for y. Excuse me, it's 29 minus 2y equals 90, negative 2y. Why did I say 90? I apologize for that. And if you were confused, that this 9 right here. My bad. Okay. Confused myself. Equals. Everyone makes mistakes. Oh. All right, so let's go back. Here we go. All right, so now we're equal. That makes more sense. Negative 20. So y equals 10. Okay. There we go. My fault. Let's keep going now. Measure of angle EAB. Well, EAB is right here. We're given this expression. So the measure of angle EAB, use x plus 5y. Well, x is 30. So 30, 30, there it is, plus 5y, so plus 5, and y was 10. So 30 plus 50, and you should get 80 degrees. Cool. I'm going to pause there. You know what? I'm going to keep going. Forget it. Let's just power through all of them.